Hello, I hope you're all well. Today is a highly requested video, a bit different to the usual videos I've been doing so far, but today I'm going to be showing you three warm-up exercises that you can do for actually any string instrument, but I play violin, so I'm doing it for violin, but I'm pretty sure these will work fine for any string instrument. But yes, this video was really highly requested because I feel like it's always really useful to have new warm-up exercises for you to do, and especially two of the three exercises I'm going to show you today are exercises you can do without the violin or whatever instrument you play, so which is also useful because, for example, if you're in the car or something, or if you don't have your instrument, you can just do it anywhere, even if you're walking. So that's also useful because sometimes when you're traveling and you have limited time to warm up before you play like a concert or something, these will be useful because it actually helps me. I do them and it does help, and it also activates the brain as well, which is also useful. So I'll be showing you these today. But before I get into the video, it's also important to remember that before you play any instrument, you should stretch. But these are just warm-up exercises for warming up the fingers, but you should also do normal stretches as well so that you don't injure yourself. So yes, always remember to stretch before you actually start playing, because these are kind of stretches, but not really for the whole body. So you don't have to stretch before these warm-up exercises, but definitely before you start playing properly, you should stretch. But anyway, I'm going to get started now. So the first exercise has a name, and it's actually a Korean name because I'm half Korean, so that's why. But it's called Jem Jem. So basically, it's quite simple. You just open and close your hands. But often, people really forget that you should be opening your hands fully. And if you do this at the end of your practice, it's also really useful because when we play violin, we're quite compact and closed, both hands, so you don't often get to open your hands much, but it's really important that we stretch them, especially before, because otherwise we're just going to be always closed and have cramp. Often I experience a bit of cramp in my fingers before I started doing this, so it's really important. And it's called Jem Jem, if I didn't mention already, and it also has a really nice meaning in Korea, that it's like a feeling of unity because each action represents something. So this represents us before we were born, and then once we open, we all spread out, all of us, into different places, but ultimately we were all created in the same place, which is quite nice. I think that's a very nice analogy. So we all come from the same place before we're born, but then we get spread out, but ultimately we're all united, which is good, and it also helps as well. And because the fingers are really closely related to your brain, so when you do this, it kind of wakes you up as well. So I like to do this in the morning. So this is the first exercise, and as you can see, it doesn't require any brain power or intelligence or anything, so you can literally just do it while you're watching TV. All of these exercises I'm showing you today, you can do watching TV, while you're walking, anything, whatever, it doesn't matter. It's just for the purpose of opening up your hands. This is really important because especially this part of the hand, it's always so, you can really tense it when you play, which isn't good anyway, but it's really easy to tense. So opening up, especially the palm of your hand, is really important. And also you don't need to open it like dramatically, that's a bit too much, just relaxed, but just making sure you spread them out. And then the second exercise is another short one that doesn't require the violin, which is just literally, if I zoom in on myself, each finger, you can do both hands. These look really simple, but they're actually really helpful for me. I found since I started doing these, it's much easier to play. Like, you know, when sometimes you go to the violin and you start playing and it feels like you haven't played for 10 years because your fingers just won't move and it feels so hard and it really hurts even when you touch the string. Well, once I started doing these kind of things, it helps a lot, because also this exercise activates the individual fingers, because that is one of the most important things when we play violin. We need to move the fingers. So this is really helpful, and you can do it slowly, quick, and also putting a little bit of pressure on the fingers is also good. Like pressing down, you can do this, because then it's also wakes up your whole hand from the tip of your fingers, because always the tip of your fingers is the most sensitive part, and it kind of activates, like it, you know, you can feel a bit of like electricity down your fingers, warming them up. So that's what I do as well. Actually, it's making my hands feel really good at the moment. So if you just do this as many times as you want, and then this as well. And these exercises are really good because they don't involve too much moving of like individual joints, because sometimes that's not good either. So if you just do it a little bit subtly, the simplest things often get neglected. So the third exercise I'm going to show you requires the violin. So I'll quickly get mine and then I'll show you the next one. Okay, so I've got my violin now, hello. And I'll show you the next exercise. So similarly to all of the exercises I've showed you so far, this you can do it even while you're watching TV. So it's just relaxed, you don't need the bow, just the violin. So what this exercise entails is basically you pick a string, any string you choose, and pick a finger, but I'll just demonstrate on one finger for now, but you can, it's good to do all 4 fingers individually. So I'll come a bit closer to show you, but I'm going to pick the second finger because it's probably easiest to see. Yeah. Okay, so I'll pick the second finger, this one, and basically all you do is pick a string, you go all the way to the top and making sure you come round, your wrist comes round to reach, not like this, because that isn't good. It's going to be really tense. So you make sure you come round as if you would be playing notes up here, and then come back down. And why this exercise is good is that often we don't always use every single part of the string or the fingerboard. So this allows you to be able to just use the whole violin without it being difficult or anything, because as you can see, it's really simple. And do not press, you don't have to press onto the string, literally just guiding your finger along gently and sliding it up and down, and then you do it with each finger, and you can also do it on each string. So I'm changing my fingers. And also this also helps for a lot of violin techniques actually. Well, I think I might be a bit too close to the camera, but anyway, this does help because for shifting you need to be able to have a really relaxed left hand, and your fingers should not be pressing into the string when you slide to shift. So this is literally the action you do when you shift. And you also need to make sure that your wrist can move out instead of getting stuck like this. You need to rotate it with your elbow, not from the wrist, rotating from the elbow, which is really important, which helps with shifting. And then also, this also helps with vibrato, just making sure that you feel the looseness instead of doing it really vibrato, really jaggedly. It's like the motion of moving this way. And additionally, as the video is entitled warm-up exercises, it also helps warm up the fingers, because like literally the friction of the finger and the string already physically warms up the finger, but also it just helps with the mobility and moving all your fingers in like a relaxed way, but it does just wakes it up gently, which is exactly what we need to do, because if we just start playing violin cold, that is really bad for your body and bad for your muscles. So this helps everything gradually. So that was the last exercise. So I hope those 3 things helped, and let me know if you want me to make any other videos on anything else, because I thought I might do a mixture of violin stuff and vlogs on here, because I get requests to do loads of different things. But I really hope this helped, and it was quite fun to show you what I do. This is what I do every day before I play violin, and they're all really gentle exercises, but they really help. So I really hope these helped you as well, and let me know in the comments what you thought, and if you have ever done these before, because I'm sure at least some of you have done one of these before. So let me know what you thought, and please let me know what you'd like to see next, and please subscribe, which will encourage me to make more videos. But yes, I'll be back next Sunday at 11 AM GMT for another video. But I hope you have a lovely rest of your day or beginning of your day, and I'll see you next time.